Hey guys, it's PM Mathis, your global indie author distributor, and I hope that you've had a great Friday. So, you know that I just call this Retell Your Story Friday, right? So, I just want to tell you who I am and why I do what I do. So, on Fridays is no pattern, no set schedule. I'm just going to tell you, something that I thought through, walked through, trying to get my mind wrapped around um, during the week. Okay, so transition, it just looks like this big, massive thing right now. It's so many things are transitioning in my life right now. And if I did not have the ability to self correct and get things back in order, this would be overwhelming. And as you can see, yeah, I got this little, appearance thing right here that says, hey, you need to get some more rest. Something's going on in your body because my voice sounds like crap because, people hacking and coughing all over the place, it just kind of it gets a little bit hard and unnerving to to try to stay out of their path. And so that kind of thing just kind of throws me off because I'm not a germaphobe, but I just don't like to get to know people with their snottiness, with their coughing, with any of that. Okay, I'm sorry if that offends people, if that hurts your feelings, but that is just my stance because I cannot stand being sick. I'm not supposed to be sick. You know what I'm saying? I trust in the word of God that says, "By His stripes I am healed." Okay, so I don't bring any of that kind of stuff home. But let me tell you what, we are in a time and a situation right now that we really need to be mindful and respectful of other people. Okay. So if you're coughing, cover it up. I mean, that's just normal process. It should be. And wash your hands and stuff. I don't know how many times that people have to be told the same stuff. But anyway, that's not that's not my rant. But that's just where we are right now, right? And so what I've been really thinking about this week, because I listen to a lot of motivational videos. I listen to things that are going to push me forward and keep me moving and stayed on the right path. As far as my um, what I'm trying to do and not get into that comparison thing and watching people and what they're doing. So I mean, I'm on social media. I am, your girl is on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And if I don't jump on and, I'm saying, communicate, fellowship or communicate, however, which way you need to, the word that came out of my mouth, is nothing, against anybody. I'm just trying to create. I'm just trying to keep my mind focused. I'm trying not to get sidetracked and think, oh my God, why is it taking me so long to get to the position that I want to, right? So, what I've been thinking about, I have to answer myself this question, and I'm asking you to ask yourself this question. I mean, if you choose to. Are you ready for what you think you want, right? So I know I want to become this global phenomenon, right? And that just means, because I'm a writer and I'm a speaker, I just want to be able to influence people, to encourage people, to motivate people through my writing and through my words, because that's how I grew up. That's what I've known. I mean, I've always been a lover of books. I've always been a lover of let me get out of my world. Not saying that my childhood and my upbringing was all that horrific. We all had things that we wish did not take place. We all had things that was less than stellar, less than perfect, and we still have some effects as an adult, but it wasn't like this whole major, situation where I can't get over, right? But it did leave some scars. So I want to be able to influence people the way I was influenced when I was younger, and love to pick up a book and love to read and love to tell you the story, right? So that's what I'm continuing on now. I mean, I can, not to brag, but I'm on my fourth ebook, and your girl basically, wrote that in about 2 days. Right? Because, and I'm telling you that because that's where my vent is. That's what I love to do. I can create a story. Um, Now I'm better with creating it on paper. I have lots of stories in my head. There have been a lot of things that have gone on in my life that I could tell you about. But those things are a little bit more, of course, they're a lot more personal. And so sometimes I think nobody wants to hear all that craziness because it might really make you think, oh, wow, she needs some help, right? But I think I'm pretty well balanced. I think that um, life has thrown some curveballs, but I've been able to get up and run and do what life and living and being an adult has told me I should be able to do. And I think I've done that. And sometimes I don't even give myself enough credit for the things that I have done, for the daughter I've raised, for the job that I've had for 15 years, right? And so there is a reason that I can say that those things are accomplishments because I'm watching them and because I'm still on the job and they haven't let me go, right? So, but am I ready for what I think I want? Now, so I was thinking through what it's going to take because you also know I'm a young living distributor. I educate people on essential oils. What it's going to take to grow a big, huge team. And do I have the skills? Do I have the ability? Do I have the tolerance? Right? So these are some of the things that I ask myself. So I ask myself also right now, when it's not as big and as overwhelming as it one day will be. What am I doing now? What am I putting into practice? What are the planned strategies that I will put in place in order to get me to the next level? Like, as I prepare to create content for my lives, as I create classes for Young Living, as I write books, because all of it has to keep rolling, right? You know what I told myself the other day is like, Pam, hey, you have a planner. You have a planner. So how about you write some stuff in the planner, set yourself up. So that's how you create the strategic plan to get things rolling out in a timely fashion where you're not always trying to hustle like the night before to get that stuff pushed out, right? Yeah, I know. And there are all kinds of programs that your girl can use. Now I do use Hootsuite to throw out my Instagram, stories and that kind of thing, um, or on my feed. And then I have to, therefore really think about what to put out there in Storyville. Now I don't, because in my mind, my life is not all that interesting. But what I try to do is try to be encouraging because I think that a lot of people need that, right? So as I get it, hey Tracy, as I get it, if as I consume it, I try to push it back out because everybody doesn't spend time. Listening to those things that are motivating and encouraging. I don't know about you, but I can't listen to a whole bunch of news and a whole bunch of, oh my God, do you know where we are right now in the world? Everybody basically knows that we've got some situations that we need to handle. I'm not into politics. That's not my calling. That is not my platform. But we all know where we are. We all know that, you know, you have Democrats, you have Republicans, and everybody has an opinion about how things are supposed to go. I just choose not to submit my mind to those kinds of things because here's the thing. There are certain things I can change. There are a lot of things I can't. And those things that I can change, I'm gonna focus on those because that's that personal development. That is that, okay, if there's a reason for me to speak up, if there's a reason for me to have a voice right now, having the courage, having the mindset to do that, where it can be heard, where people can really understand what I'm saying. When it's time, I am now trying to develop the strength of mind and strength of character, and to create a consistent platform where you say, yes, this girl has been showing up and we can hear her, we can understand what she's saying, where she's trying to go. So as I am preparing myself to get to that place I think I'm supposed to go, I hope that as I walk along this journey that I can put out some good things for you to keep you, keep you on a mindset of, even though life is throwing you back and forth, that there's still this stabling force that you can walk on, that you can travel on, even in the midst of the unshakiness. Even because a lot of times, if you look at it, that stuff that you really don't need is the things that fall off. Your character, your ability to stand in the face of those challenges are the things that will remain, right? And so that's what I'm learning about myself. That's what I hope that you're able to see in your own life, because I just don't spend a lot of time just, trying to downplay myself or trying to downplay others, because I mean, I don't see that there's a necessary place for that. People know what their faults are. People know where they need to be strengthened. And so to be a person that says, "Well, see, I told you so, and this is why you can't do this, that, and the other." Now, don't get me wrong. If you ask me, I'm probably gonna say, "Well, you know what? I might not would do that. I might not would say that. I might not would spend my time, sitting around, wasting on that." That's only if you ask me. I don't just drop my advice on people. Now, I sit here and I do this, but a friend said to me, yeah, those videos are, I know that they're therapeutic for you. And I thought, no, this is not for me. I'm trying to, be a voice and be a platform for other people. But, the more I thought about it, I was like, yes, those are very therapeutic, because the things that I'm not necessarily going to say to you on the street are things that I can say right now and get off my chest. Because here's the thing, this is a safe platform, even though it's going out live to a lot of people, and you could put your comments in here and you could disagree with me, but ultimately I don't really get bogged down in all of that, because you know what, whatever piece of advice that I can throw out here and you catch it, kudos. You know what I'm saying? My job has been done. I just have to show up every day that I tell you on Wednesday, which is going to video, because I'm not going to be able to do lives, because your girl need to get back. I need to get back in church. So on Wednesday night or Wednesday at some point, it's going to be a video. Okay. And then of course on Fridays, I come in and just, kind of vent a little bit, get my therapy on, since I'm not paying anybody to do it. This is the easiest, cheapest way to do it, because your girl is all about cutting healthcare costs. So anyway, and then on Sunday, I'm gonna come in with my live lessons. And so, at some point, you just have to, buckle down and just be consistent and just keep showing up. Eventually, this is gonna do what it's supposed to do. People that need to see me, need to hear me, will. I'm not gonna stress myself out about, hey, one or two people, might be listening. Well, those are the one or two people that need it right then, and people eventually watch it. So my piece of advice is, whatever you feel you're led to, whoever you feel like you're called to speak to, continue to do that. People need to hear your voice. They need to know that, hey, I'm not alone, that life is kicking my tail just like it's kicking yours, but you know what, we can still show up, right? Because I'm trying to tell you what, I keep telling my coworkers, I am not moving with this company one more time. This is like the third time in 15 years we done had to move, and it's getting old now. It's really getting old. Now this is the worst move ever, because we're moving across the Tennessee Bridge over here going towards Huntsville. So I'm like, this is not great, guys. Okay. So your girl is not too happy. Um, I'm gonna have to try to switch up my gym classes and everything. Your girl don't really like change. But this is where I am right now. So God is blessing. He's going to honor. He gives me the ability to create wealth. And I'm telling you, keep your eye on your girl in 2020, because things are about to jump off. You got to believe, you got to speak it, you got to trust it, and you got to walk in it. Okay, guys, this is PM Mathis, your global indie author distributor. And as always, 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 I want you to what? Be blessed. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.